This is Walter. So I'm going to give you a little background on our organization to give you an idea of what we do and what our history is. And then we can have the kids talk about their experience.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm one of the co-captains of Edwardsville Technologies. This is my co-captain Ray, and one of our member Miles, who's actually been on here longer than I have. Thank you so much for having us here, and we get started with the main presentation.
So we're going to introduce you to the organization first, a little bit on the history, what programs they provide, what the impact is, and what makes them unique. Also an introduction to Edwardsville Robotics Club, our history, what program we mainly work with now, our goals, and what resources we have available. FIRST is an acronym for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. It was founded by inventor Dean Kamen in 1989. He worked with MIT Professor Emeritus Woody Flowers to create the first robotics competition held in 1992. The website is firstinspires.org and headquartered in Manchester, New Hampshire. FIRST is a global nonprofit 501c3 organization that prepares young people for the future through a suite of inclusive team-based robotics programs for ages 4 through 18. The programs are suitable for schools or structured after-school activities and receive support from a vast network of volunteers, educators, and sponsors or donors, including over 200 Fortune 500 companies. The mission of FIRST is to inspire young people to be science and technology leaders and innovators by engaging them in exciting mentor-based programs that build science, engineering, technology skills that inspire innovation and that foster well-rounded life capabilities, including self-confidence, communication, and leadership. The vision is to transform our culture by creating a world where science and technology are celebrated and where young people dream of becoming science and technology leaders. When Dean Kamen founded FIRST, he set out to build a culture where scientists and engineers are as celebrated as athletes are, to inspire generations of young people to dream big about what they could accomplish with their STEM skills. As he'll tell you, creating FIRST was never about the robots. It was about creating a sport where every kid could go pro. FIRST programs cover ages 4 through 18. There's FIRST Lego League programs, FIRST Tech Challenge, and FIRST Robotics Competition. FIRST Impact, the programs have served 785,000 youth participants globally during the 2023-2024 season, and more than 4,500 official FIRST events during that season. I'm going to show you into it. I'm going to let the kids tell you.
He found FIRST in 1989. He found that students and young children could be inspired to invent themselves. With the creation of FIRST, the whole generation introduced creative technologies.
FIRST is an inclusive robotics community that prepares young people for the future. Through hands-on, engaging robotics challenges, FIRST ignites future in STEM for kids ages 4 through 18. Once you get the challenge, you figure out your game plan. You make the robot and you code on it.
There's nothing better than seeing your robot playing for the first time. You're all there like, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? None of it works. It's the best feeling ever.
When it makes and they happen. Isn't it really nice?
Through each of our programs, students embrace FIRST's core values.
Discovery, innovation,
Impact,
inclusion.
teamwork.
at face value, it's a horrible competition. But at the end of the day, it's so much more than that.
You learn a lot about leadership, how to communicate with others, problem solving.
Working together, how we are the teams. Yeah, like mentors that are actually in the field that can tell you, oh, this is why this works, and this is the science behind it. And you're like, oh wow, that makes so much sense.
Our mentors teach us not just about stuff, but about life.
They always flip the question around and ask me, where would you find the answer to that question if I weren't here? They just slowly built my confidence up so much more.
I think it's incredibly important for you to see careers in science and engineering as a possibility for them.
Being in first, like I realized I am smart enough to do this. It doesn't matter what background you come from.
First, actually taught me that I'm capable of doing anything that I set my mind to.
It definitely made me look at other challenges and be like, hey, I wanna try that.
I know that I can do it. One thing that we really focus on is cooperation, which where every single team we're competing against, we're also working together.
It's very competitive, but you're friends with the people that you're going against. It's like a sport, but in its own way, it's better than a sport.
I think first in general really has helped me become more involved in the local community.
Back in my old elementary school, I'm trying to help their robotics program. If you start them off young, their possibilities are endless. There are scholarships for colleges, universities, as well as technical programs.
First is create a pipeline for my students. They're able to understand that STEM is an amazing career and they come back and they still join the progression of programs by mentoring our young students.
When the students come here, they're working with people that are in the industry. It's often the case, they take a full-time position here and they thrive.
First completely changed my life. It's been really prepare you to solve any number of real-estate problems, because they're gonna teach you these applied skills around people, science, and how the two come together.
And first, every student can go first. It's a really cool way to step into your future.
I am first.
Yo soy first.
I won first.
So they demonstrated the core values that really intertwined throughout all of the first programs. So when we start in the first Lego League programs, they're very focused on those core values so that by the time they get to the high school, we don't even have to talk about them anymore. They're just exhibiting them. And our philosophies of gracious professionalism and cooperation are expressed by the robotics community through these values. And those two philosophies are very heavily discussed at the higher levels. Edwardsville Robotics Club is a community-based nonprofit 501c3 organization. We started our program in summer of 2013 with 5 first Lego League teams and 1 junior first Lego League team. We started our first robotics competition, our FRC 4931 Edwardsville Technologies, in fall of 2013 for the 2014 season in January. We've won some recent awards. Do you want to talk about those?
Okay, so in 2025, we had the third place alliance. 2024, we had a Dean's List finalist, who was Edna. And we have the Gracious Professionalism Award, then the 2023 Dean's List finalist, a 2022 regional winners, Gracious Professionalism, and a wild card.
I could get into explaining the awards, but it might take up the rest of our time. So we were able to achieve a third place alliance this past season. We were selected as an alliance partner, and our partner of 3 teams alliance ended up in third place for the whole regional event. So it's really exciting. At FRC 4931 Edwardsville Technologies, we are building skills while we're building robots. We have students from area high schools, Edwardsville High School, Father McGivney High School, Mizzou Academy High School. First robotics competition is considered the varsity sport for the mind. FRC combines the excitement of sports with the rigors of science and technology. Under strict rules, teams of high school students are challenged to build industrial-sized robots to play a difficult field game in alliance with the other teams. Our season kicks off the first Saturday in January every year. We have 6 to 8 weeks to design, build, program, and practice. Students get to learn from professional engineers and industry experts who volunteer as mentors. They build and compete with a robot of their own design. They learn and use sophisticated software and hardware. They compete and cooperate in alliances and tournaments with the goal to earn a place in the World Championship. It allows them to qualify for over 16 million in college scholarships and learn real-world skills to use in their future careers. Our goal as a team, our short-term goal for this year is to recruit new team members and mentors and partners to grow our ability to scale to multiple regional competitions and grow outreach and social media skills this year. This goal will allow us to improve our abilities to support other teams and grow our presence. Since COVID, we've been running a pretty small team, and we recognize that it's hard to do everything when we have that small of a team. So we're really focused on trying to build our team size so that we can build more social media presence, and it allows us to get out in the community more. Our long-term goal is to continue to support new teams in Southern Illinois to improve our impact on the area. We're very close to launching our SIUE First Alumni College Student Club to provide additional mentor support for area first teams. Need 3 hands.
You're not gonna believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you. I'm gonna be done now. So I started with the biggest initiative of the day. I did everything. Ready to start the right behind the line. 3, 2, 1, go. Eliminations underway once again. 4v5 this time. All 6 robots get moving to go and score. 4931 Edwardsville Technologies over at Coral Station. Not quite able to get the alignment though. Their aligned partner 554 Blue Crew going to try and score. Coming out of your score 12-9, favoring the right alliance number 4 by a very slight amount. Over on blue, 40-30 ram function, having a bit of trouble almost tipping, but staying upright and remaining in this match. They successfully free that algae from the lead and go to score their Coral on L3 for 4 points. 554 Blue Grease Crew appears to have gone down to the blue line side of the field and is playing some defense on that blue alliance.
So you can see there's 2 alliance partners. There's 3 teams on Red Alliance and 3 teams on Blue Alliance. And these are randomly assigned until you get through the qualifying matches where alliance partners, the top eight teams get to select 2 alliance partners. So this is during the second round for final matches. So you're working together with your other 2 teams to score all the points.
Got it lined up, ready to drop it off if they want to. They send their elevator up towards L4 if they can drop that. That is 5 points, but 1 to that blue alliance. Here's a bit of trouble for Edwardsville Technologies. People got a bit tangled in their cages, but they are now free and ready to keep on playing this match. All tied up right now, all 44 with 45 seconds to go. Team still working to build up their score and eke out the lead that is needed to keep them in the upper bracket. 967 Iron Lions with a bit of spin move, get around 36-97 Robo Lions. They are supposed to get there, try to drop a 4 on L4, but just barely missed. Then it falls to the floor and your alarm goes in. Or engage the floor. With that big team going up for the deep phase. You appear to have all three Garline's robots keep the air, and that is 36.2 down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this was our robot. As soon as I walked up here to point it out. He was down there in the lower screen, you couldn't see him. And he could go out, the green wheels and the robots that were running around it. I was trying to point him out how it was going.
Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, sure. So this is an example of one of our matches. They're 2.5 minutes every match. The first, how many seconds are autonomous?
First 15.
First 15, it depending upon the season, it's 15 or 30. And then at the end, we did a triple, all three robots were able to climb. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was the first time I think all three robots were able to climb in the competition. So I think they want to show you our.
So we wanted to show you this one, but it's a little too fast to show you, a little too dangerous. Got Walker out here. Walker is a from here, which was, you know what year that was, 2013. It's a standard paint by this song helping. You have been designed for task? Yes, specifically, Walter specifically is designed for the task. It's a stronghold. He could shoot the balls up into a tower. If we weren't even in FRC at that time. Gary, we designed for this current year or we have that Walter. Yeah. We did it for that year's big one. This one being reality was C-based. So that's what these green rollers are for. And the other one, no.
Yeah, it's
This is the other one is coral. It's a 10-piece of PVC. It goes up here. That's what that's for. And then the cage kind of like, I think it's referencing a lobster cage or something in the sea. It's loosely some cage supposed to support.
essentially every year FRC and FTC, they actually all the robotics teams and programs, they'll come up with a yearly competition. It's usually based around some sort of subject. This year was to see which way algae, coral, deep climb, shallow climb. The year that Walter was built, it was actually based on Monkey Python, the Holy Grail cat hybrid. But so strongholds, towers, breaking down the boulders. The boulder actually is the gray ball over there, which Walter can take up and sometimes play.
Ready, man.
You gotta pull it in.
Here.
Arm up.
Then you can drive around, waiting for anything to do. The big wheels, there were a lot of obstacles that year that you had to drive over. And then when it gets very low. Throw it out.
Throw it at it, throw it
You
at it.
wanna do that? Oh.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's in there. Pull it in a little more.
There we go. It's a little tricky, it's the game piece and the robot are a little bit old.
Yeah, they have a few miles on them. Yeah.
See, it's low battery. Yeah. I think that was the issue.
Anyway, thank you for having us. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
The other robot was these wonderfully organized wires.
Yeah, we can check out the robot.
We have our room open in behind. Go down, check that out. Just down the hall here.
Yeah, this was a very convenient meeting for us, since we planned a classroom at next to the park here. And we use the Fab Lab to manufacture all of our parts. So it's a great opportunity for the kids.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do everybody. Well, centerpiece is yours or someone in your group, like that on behalf of Home Nursery. All right, we can do 50-50. It's 1,001, so that's a lot. So.
So last three, 835. Okay. 835.
Hey, let's do a date comes up with. $1,131.
Tennis phase.
Tennis phase. Rose. So real quick, next week, Ryan Cleveland has the program, which is gonna be Mohall before the criterion. And then greeters, Harry Paddington, Harry and Jack, so see them both here, so 2 greeters and 10 cars left. And then S.J. Morrison has the induction, so I haven't seen him lately, so Rick be on guard, and Christy Garish at the 50-50. So that being said, let's do the 4-way test. The things you think, say and do. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, great weekend, and again, thanks you for yesterday.